Do you be goat? Do you be goat? Do you be goat? Do you be goat? Do you be fish? Do you be fish? Do you be fish? Do you be goat? Do you be goat? Or do you be fish? Because the goats do be goat and the fish do be fish. Do you be goat or a fish? Don't sit on the fence. Well, goats are of the land and fish are of the sea. But goat versus fish, which one do you be? Do you be goat or a fish? Meh. Do you be goat or a fish? Because the goats do be goat and the fish do be fish. Do you be goat or a fish? Don't sit on the fence. Now repeat, repeat after goat versus fish. Dooby 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 a dooby goat, dooby goat, dooby goat, dooby goat, or dooby fish, a dooby goat or a fish, because the goats do be goat and the fish do be fish. Do you be goat or a fish? Don't sit on the fence. Well, goat versus fish came up to me and said, a goat or a fish, which one do you be? Do you be goat or a fish? 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 Because the goats do be goat and the fish do be fish. Do you be goat or a fish? Don't sit on the fence. Because the goats do be goat and the fish do be fish. The medieval fence sitter sits on the fence. But the goats do be goat and the fish do be fish. Do you be goat or a fish?
Make some noise for the goat, make some noise for the goat. Make some noise for the goat, make some noise for the goat. Celebration Thunder Tracks. Welcome again to Goat vs. Fish. Welcome again to Goat vs. Fish. This shall be a mighty versus. This is the current versus.
Celebration! Welcome to another morning motivational of Goat vs. Fish. Morning motivational number 102. And Goat vs. Fish brings the verses to you. Goat vs. Fish brings the verses to you. On this verses of Goat vs. Fish, we have Reb Powers! Wow, the Goat and Fish, they're so happy to see you. They're feeling so very enthusiastic. Welcome, dear congregation. Welcome to the congregation of Goat vs. Fish. We see Bayodin 420 is in the verses. We see BBDH 187 is in the verses. Rent Stallion is in the verses. Lucid Nap is in the verses. Yay, Reb. Look, they're saying yay to you. Reb.
Yay, thanks, Lucid Nap.
Wow, you can hear the sound. You can hear the sound of our esteemed guest right here on Goat vs. Fish. Reb. We like that verse. Oh, wait a verses. Wait a verses. Are you to tell Goat vs. Fish? Are you to tell Goat vs. Fish? Are you to tell Goat vs. Fish that you, Reb Powers, have brought here to the congregation of Goat versus Fish someone who is called V.S. Trait?
I might have.
V.S. like the very verses of Goat versus Fish?
Who would think? And here they are, fitting the theme perfectly, but what would she choose?
What would you choose? What would you choose? V.S. Trait? V.S. Trait, are you is that like you're very straight? Are you very straight? Goat versus Fish doesn't know about the verses of straight and crooked or any of that verses. We have heard of tops, we have heard of middles, we have heard of bottoms. We're going to get to the top of Goat versus Fish. We're going to get to the bottom of Goat versus Fish. And we'll maybe find out what's in the middle of Goat versus Fish. We're not really sure what's in the middle of Goat versus Fish.
V straight shows fish.
V straight shows fish. Celebration for fish! Celebration for fish! 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 Welcome to the morning motivational of Goat versus Fish. You can get your caffeination. You can get your hydration. You can enjoy your inebriation because here on the Goat versus Fish morning motivational, we wake up so you don't have to. Are you ready? Are you ready for a mighty versus Reb Powers? Are you feeling ready for Goat versus Fish? Because if you're not, we can always just ease into Goat versus Fish. But we're feeling very excitement to have you on the congregation this versus.
I'm awake and I'm ready.
I'm awake and I'm ready. Celebration, and you can be too. Or you can just keep lying there. You can just keep lying there, not starting your day. Rise to meet the verses, rise to meet the verses. Versus that goat, versus that fish. Get off of the fence, get off of the fence. Celebration, Rent Stallion subscribes to Goat versus Fish. Appreciation for your continued support of Goat versus Fish. 22 months of support for Goat versus Fish. Yes, we think that we should start with a song of Goat versus Fish. While we are going to preparation the song of Goat versus Fish, why don't you, Reb Powers, speak a bit to the congregation? You can say hi so they can get to know you, and we're going to get to know you and all of your entrepreneurial experiences here on this Verses of Goat versus Fish. You are some sort of retail shop owner. Are we comprehension that versus truly?
Yes, my verses is a small shopkeep. I have a shop called Top, Middle, Bottom, and we're going to talk about it today. And it's got some relevancy, to the whole versus situation. We've got tops versus bottoms versus middles instead of just goats versus fishes versus fences. It's all very similar. We'll get into it. Good morning. Good morning. Check out my store. We've got things for your top and your middle and your bottom. Puffer fish. It's a very specific kind of fish, Aunt the Chef. Is my fine sweater from my... No, it's not. It's from someone else's shop. There's a whole thing right now where I'm trying to get things going and we don't really actually have it open yet. But right now I'm just wearing sweaters from other people's shops.
Aunt the Chef. Celebration for Puffer Fish. Celebration for Puffer Fish. I think we have a puffer fish. We've got a puffer fish somewhere here. Puffer fish. 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 Behold the board of Goat versus Fish. Behold the mighty board of Goat versus Fish. On this versus, we have goats. We have goats. Make some noise for the goat. Make some noise for the goat. Reb, what do you think of all of these fine goats?
I think they're beautiful. Less colorful than the fish, however, very unanimous in their goatness.
Oh, they're very goat. We've got baby goats, leaping baby goats. We've got patchy goats. We've got strutting confident goats. We have the floppy-eared smiley goats. We have Nigerian dwarf goats. Yes. We have old Boer goats. Make some noise for the fish. Make some noise for the very colorful fish. Celebration for fish. Celebration for fish. What do you think about these fish?
The fish are very exotic.
Exotic fish. Exotic fish. Do you think Top, Middle, Bottom is a store for goat and for fish?
Top, Middle, Bottom can be a place for goat and fish together.
Oh, they can go there together. Does that require extra security to Make sure the goat and fish don't start versing right there in the middle of the store. We've heard that there's been some retail wars going on. If we read the fence stream media, you would be led to believe that there's all kinds of vandalism happening in merchandise distributors all across Verse America. Do you have any problem with this in your store that's not open yet?
I don't, but you know what? That's a great point. I should really look into the cost that security might add to my opening costs because I might need it for that exact purpose.
Sunshine is here. Sunshine, our musication vessel, who is normally our musication maker here on Goat vs. Fish. It's Sunshine. Celebration for colorful fish. They say made it to Fence Lanka, Fish Lanka, Sri Lanka. It's Sunshine joining us internationally from Sri Lanka. Welcome to Goat vs. Fish Celebration for Sunshine. This is our guest, Reb Powers. Celebration. Chilling with Karipakya. Hey, Karipakya. Hey, Karipakya. Appreciation. Assistance for Goat versus Fish. Well, for those of you who are new to the verses, Goat versus Fish is going to play you a little song. On this verses of Goat versus Fish, we are normally asking, are you goat or are you fish? And we do ask this, and we will continue to ask this forever and for all verses. Goat versus fish, you may think, goat and fish, that being on top is desirable. Yes, the goat on top, fish on bottom if you are goat, or maybe if you are fish, you want the fish on top. But Goat versus Fish is not here to discrimination between your desire to be a top or your desire to be a bottom. As long as you get off that fence. Oh, yes? Oh, someone's saying hi?
Yes.
We're surrounded by fish. Karipakya, yes, we're surrounded by fish and by goat. It's Sunshine is a fish. Celebration for fish. Celebration for fish. What happened? We think we want pick of Goat versus Fish. But speaking of a pick of Goat versus Fish, not only this versus will we be picking goat or fish, but you will also be picking, if you are a goat, do you want to be top goat or do you want to be bottom goat? And if you're a fish, do you want to be top fish or do you want to be bottom fish? In the verses of top versus bottom, if it is indeed a true versus, then it is Goat versus Fish. But is the goat on top and the fish on the bottom, or is it the reverse? Some may say that goat climb high on mountains and therefore are on top by default, and that fish swim in the bottom of the sea. But that's not necessarily how it be. Celebration for V Straight, who follows Goat versus Fish on Twitch. Celebration! It's true. We do get more viewers on Twitch, but we are pleased to be streaming to both YouTube and to Twitch on Goat versus Fish. V straight appreciation. We hear from Reb that you might be bored at work watching Goat versus Fish. Appreciation for being bored at work.
Yay.
Bored at work. The Uncle Bo rates Goat versus Fish with 3 viewers for Goat versus Fish. We just got 3 new viewers from the Uncle Bo. Why don't you tell them all about your amazing shop while they're here to learn all about it?
Hi, people from the Uncle Bo. I have a shop called Top, Middle, Bottom. And we've got everything you need from top to bottom. And it's top or bottom or goat or fish. You get to choose.
What a beautiful sentiment. I want to shop there. So does Goat versus Fish. They all want to shop there. Exclamation TMB. You can type exclamation TMB in the congregation to follow the top, middle, bottom Instagram and to join Reb on the journey of opening this retail space.
We would love to have you when we open.
Celebration. Oh, hey, why isn't that versing? TMB. Oh, Goat versus Fish. It's not. It did verses. Are you ready to sing a morning song about Goat versus Fish?
I'm ready to hear you sing one.
Okay. Goes a little verses like this. Goat versus fish. Goat versus fish is Goat versus Fish. And it is what it is. Goat versus Fish, the mighty goat fish. Goat versus Fish is a goat and a fish. And the goat and fish versus Goat vs. Fish brings the verses to you. We promise the verses we tell you are true. What's Goat vs. Fish? Is it a retail space? It's top, middle, bottom, and it's right in your face. Right in your face! Communication through space with Goat vs. Fish. And it's live on the stream. What does that even mean? The Uncle Bo, 30 consecutive streams watching Goat vs. Fish. Celebration for goat. Celebration for goat. Celebration for goat. What is the sound of a goat? Celebration for fish. Celebration for fish. Celebration for fish.
Blub, 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 blub.
Goat are always versus the fish. The fish are always versus the goat. And it was written, and it was wrote that goat versus fish and fish versus goat. If that doesn't make any sense, just please, please don't sit on the fence. No, 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 don't sit on the fence. Take, eat, goat, and fish. We're here to satisfy your shopping needs. What? 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 Says Squishmallow. What says Squishmallow? Well, what's goat versus fish? You haven't a clue. But it is something to do. Do. Yes, tell us about your shopping needs. And it's goat versus fish for as long as you wish. I don't know how to answer that. Well, you asked Goat vs. Fish. You said what to Goat vs. Fish? Do you expect, oh dear user Squishmallow, who says what to Goat vs. Fish, that Goat vs. Fish would know how to answer that versus when you are yet to even answer, are you goat or are you fish? Are you goat or are you fish? Are you goat or are you fish? It's goat versus fish. And the unity of goat fish. That's the newest verses of Goat vs. Fish, where we finish all high like this. We can go towards the bottom, what is considered low, or we can do a high versus. And then there's something in the middle here. There's all kinds of verses in the middle.
Top or bottom finish of song.
Top or bottom finish. Rad Rooster says, sing a Fish Center Live. Oh, my verses. A song of Fish Center Live has been redeemed on Goat vs. Fish. We're going to get into that song of Fish Center Live. Rad Rooster, you make sure that Goat vs. Fish sings a song of Fish Center Live. Have you heard of Fish Center Live?
I have not.
Fish Center Live was a live stream on Adult Swim where they watched fish swimming around in a tank, and they superimposed coins worth points on top of the fish tank, and the fish would strategically swim around attempting to earn points. But that show isn't there anymore. It was destroyed by Time Warner. Oh no! Oh, not that. Wait,
Lucid
that's not
Nap,
the
are you
verses.
selling that eyeball shirt on the website? I'm not. It actually came with the website. But we can make one. We can make an eyeball shirt. It won't really have much to do with top, middle, bottom, but
Hammod says, I'm a middle-of-the-road fish on my way to the top. Can fish make it to the top? Can fish make it to the top if they're from the middle of the road? Can you take the middle road to get to top, middle, bottom?
If the middle road leads to the undisclosed location of my store that's not open yet, then yes.
It's undisclosed and it's not open.
I'm saving it for the grand opening. It's going to be a big announcement.
A big announcement. When do you think this announcement might be coming?
Oh, I was hoping that it would have been a while ago, but we're just not there yet. We keep getting little snafus along the way, little verses that just keep, postponing.
Postpone. Time Warner is owned by goats. Time Warner is owned by goats. And SLCT, are you a goat or are you a fish? Is this coming from goat or is this coming from fish? This news that Time Warner is owned by goats. We want to know. Goat versus Fish wants to know who really controls this town. Who really controls Hollywood? Is it controlled by the goat? Is it controlled by the fish? Postpone. That's an interesting verse. You use this verse as postpone. Well, have you ever looked at the fence? Have you ever really looked at the fence? Have you ever really looked at the fence? This is a question to you.
Before it goes away, I want to say I can fix Amber Heard. Thank you so much. I have not looked at the fence, but it does feel like top, middle, bottom is stuck on the fence.
Oh, no.
Like the store is on the fence.
The store is on the fence. Oh, no. Well, I can fix Amber Heard. Amber Heard is a known fence sitter. So let's look at the fence. Let's look at that fence. Look, it's made up of posts. The fence is made up of posts. And you say that the store opening is postponed. Pwned. That's old internet slang for like, oh no, they triumphed over you. You're being pwned by the posts.
I am. The store
is
being
store being pwned
by the
posts?
fence.
Oh no, the store is being pwned by the fence. Now, if you look here, this is the space. Yes.
Yes, that is top. That's the top floor of top, middle, bottom.
Celebration for top. Celebration for top. 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 Yes, the noobs, they're getting pwned. They're getting pwned everywhere. For those of you joining on YouTube and you're like, wait a minute, no one's watching this amazing program. How could this possibly be SLCT? Well, just know you're not alone. We are not talking to nobody. You may think Goat versus Fish is just a guy in towels and a weird Burger King crown talking to no one on the internet, but actually we're talking to Reb Powers, and we have all manner of goat and fish joining us here in the congregation. So celebration. So the fence is getting in your way. The fence is getting in your way from opening your store. But tell us, how far have you made it? Surely it's not all fences. How have you come along in making this mighty top, middle, bottom store? What have you accomplished thus far? Let's celebration your accomplishments.
Oh, great. Yes, celebration the small things, right? So we have the space.
Celebration for space. Celebration for space.
Behind us, we have the space. I have vendors that I'm going to get stuff from to sell, or I have some stuff in boxes. We have nowhere to put it yet.
Ooh, stuff in boxes.
Mm-hmm. Stuff in boxes. We have a contractor coming in to install, this is very exciting, a water bottle refilling station.
Bottle refilling station!
Yes, people from the community can come into top, middle, bottom and refill their water bottle. Thought it would be fun.
That does sound fun. Refilling water bottles can be fun. How do you make refilling a water bottle a particularly fun experience?
By making it free and available to the public.
Free and available, just like Goat vs. Fish. You can watch Goat vs. Fish for free. Goat vs. Fish is available for you to watch for free, and we do support the generation and the creation of hydration, especially for fish. Fish need the hydration, but goats need it too. Goats need hydration, and then when the goat go to the hydration station, then the fish can be waiting there in the waters, and then the fish versus the goat, and the fish versus the goat. Versus the goat right there in your store.
That's what I need security for. Ham mods, yes, the bottle's on the bottom. The bottom is going to be where the water bottle refilling station is.
Oh, what a clever verse. Bottles on the bottom. We were going to ask you if the bottles were going to be on the top or if they were going to be on the bottom. Goat versus Fish. Goat versus Fish doesn't know much about all of these tops and bottoms. We know about the one true verses of Goat versus Fish, and of course, all true verses are derived from Goat versus Fish because In the beginning, there was goat versus fish, the goat fish, and goat versus fish said that there should be goat and that there should be fish. Have you ever visited the temple of goat versus fish?
I hear it's very close by.
It is very close by. It's very close by, the temple of goat versus fish. It's a new space. It's a new space that was opened recently by Goat versus Fish. And there were several years when Goat versus Fish was just trying to get that space open. We wanted to put cameras in there for living streaming. We needed to get the chairs ready for the congregation, and we needed to do all of our decoration. And it's still a work in verses, but we opened the Temple of Goat vs. Fish on the 100th morning Motivational. And if Goat vs. Fish can open a new retail space, then you can too.
Celebration for opening spaces.
Celebration for opening spaces. We believe in you. We believe in you.
Thank you. Yeah, I watched the 100th stream. Everyone
did you?
should watch the 100th stream. The
Tell
temple
us.
is beautiful.
Yes, tell us about the beautiful Temple of Goat vs. Fish.
Well, there are chairs for the congregation to sit, and there is
Not fences, chairs.
Yes, they have posts, but they're really just holding the chair up, so don't confuse the legs with posts. There's a podium for Goat versus Fish to speak to the congregation. You had a lovely audience of goats and fish there, besides some guests. You should go back and watch it if you didn't.
You should go back and watch it if you didn't. Yes, you can find it on the YouTube of Goat vs. Fish, on the YouTube of Goat vs. Fish. Well, a song of Fish Center Live has been redeemed, so we're going to honor it. We're going to honor it. So we're going to sing another song, and then we will continue our top, middle, bottom discussion. And we want you to ponder now. We want you to ponder, are you goat or are you fish? And do you want to be a top type goat? Do you want to be top goat? Do you want to be bottom goat? Do you want to be top fish? Do you want to be middle fish? We are going to clear the board of Goat versus Fish, and we are going to do a 4-sector analysis to determine if the goats are on top or if the fish are on top. If the goats are on the bottom, if the fish are on the bottom, will we determine who triumphs, the goat or the fish? Well, how can we even be sure who triumphs if we don't know what the goat and fish want? Who wants to be on top? Who wants to be on the bottom? Just don't be a middling fence sitter. I am multiple fishes. V straight is multiple fish. Celebration, we've got one fish of many fish. Many fish. Speaking of fish, let's go to the background of Goat versus Fish. Let's go to the background of Goat versus Fish. And there we are. Let's put some fish back there. This is a song about a little show called Fish Center Live. You can just stand there and enjoy the musications if you wish. Are you ready to enjoy another song, Reb Powers?
I am. Do you want me to move stuff so that we can prepare the board for
Ooh,
the
a
four?
preparation. Wow, look at that. We're versing together. Yes, so here's what we'll do. Wow, how convenient. Finally, someone who knows how to manage a space to get it preparation for something to come. You can prepare the verses of Goat versus Fish, and as you do, you can practice preparing the management of your own retail space. So we're going to take all the fish, and we're going to sort of put them in this corner, kind of like this, in this verses, near the scrimps and the flans and the broccolicious and the oranges and the babanas. These are all trophies that fish have won in previous verses. Some say, why are the goat and fish versing? Well, sometimes they just want a pretzel. So these are all the verses that have been won by fish. And then over in this verses, there are the verses that have been won by goat. Fish have been winning a lot more recently. It's been a fish domination. So yes, you can put the fish there, and you can put the goat over in that verses. And of course, this here's the unity of goat fish we have here. For those of you who don't know, and for those of you who do, behold, the unity of goat fish. Hogrim, welcome to Goat versus Fish. What a professional. Yes, what a professional indeed. V Straight, we hear that you have access to public access. Maybe get Goat versus Fish on public access. We think the public needs Goat versus Fish. Goat versus Fish is all about using ancient technologies that nobody watches anymore in order to communicate the very ancient message of Goat versus Fish. It's a real classic. This is a song about Fish Center Live. Oh, Fish Center Live, you're bringing me down. We sat and we watched as Fish Center went down. We didn't do nothing. Did we even try? We sat and we watched as Fish Center went by. Now everyone knows just how much we needed that show. I'm talking about Mom, Top, Zender, and Thump, Eel Hamburger, and Tabitha Pillows. Oh, Fish Center Live, we wish you were around. We wish you were around. The Time Warner Company ran all of your streams all into the ground. We didn't do nothing. Did we even try? We sat and we watched as Fish Center went by. Now everyone knows just how much we needed those hosts. I'm talking about Maxie, Relaxie, Matt Harrington, Dave Bonowitz, Tina, and Cho, and maybe Sally, maybe. That was a song of Fish Center Live. That was a song of Fish Center Live. Patty Stedor has been watching Goat vs. Fish for 100 consecutive streams. Celebration for 100 verses. 100 consecutive verses. That is such a celebration. That is such a celebration. That's such a celebration. One day, not too far from now, Goat vs. Fish foresees, Goat vs. Fish foresees that someone will be going to your store for the 100th consecutive verses. Have you been in your store at least 100 times?
I have.
Yeah? What is it like? What is it like enduring all of this constant repetition,
I've never endured repetition like this before, and it is very repetitive.
It's very repetitive. Have you ever endured repetition like this before?
No, as I said, it's very repetitive.
Have you ever endured repetition like this before?
I have not, and it's very repetitive.
But have you ever endured repetition like this before?
I have not, and it's very repetitive.
A Fish Center Live. We could do this all verses. We could do this all verses. Repetition. Yes, it's true, Goat and Fish.
Yes, Be Straight, it is repetitive. It's very repetitive. We've had the store, well, I've been posting about the store for a year, so definitely more than 100 days of store. One day we will experience repetition.
Do you find that this is typical in the retail industry, that you're spending at least a year getting your verses started up? Is this a normal verses?
I have heard yeses and nos from people with verses of different flavors. So some say yes and some say no.
Some say yes and some say no.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how do you know who you can trust in a verses like that when some are saying yes and some are saying no? It's like, what do you even agree? Can we even agree on Goat or Fish?
Just have to live it out and see what happens.
We're just going to have to live it out and see what happens. That's sort of like life, isn't it? That's sort of like life and all of your strife. I love store, says V Straight. I love store. I love store too. Goat versus Fish loves store. As a matter of Goat versus Fish, as a matter of Goat versus Fish, As a matter of goat versus fish, why don't we show you the store of goat versus fish? Do you mind if we look at the store of goat versus fish just to compare and contrast our verses?
Please, that would help me to see the comparison.
Yes, let's compare goat and fish. Oh.
Do you be goat?
That was goat versus fish. Listening to the stream of goat versus fish.
One day we will experience repetition.
Yes, one of these verses. Goat versus fish in hopes that you can enjoy repetition every single verses. We like a lot of repetition on goat versus fish. It's comforting for the goat and fish. Behold, you can find these things and more at it's not at goatversusfish.com/store anymore. It's at goatversusfish-shop.fourthwall.com. And here it is. Look, let's look at all these beautiful, beautiful verses of goat versus fish that we have ready for your retail consumption. Now, there is no physical location of a store of goat versus fish. It's all a virtual versus. Very modern goat versus fish, very tech-savvy goat versus fish. We've got goat versus fish tank tops. We've got stitched goat versus fish hoodies. We've got camping enamel mugs of goat versus fish. We've got tote bags. We've got shirts that say fence sitter, but the text is slightly askew. There was a printing error. But we're still going to sell them, and we sell them for more than the cost of the goat versus fish shirts, because if you're going to sit on the fence, you just have to pay a premium. Goat versus fish has my initials all over them. Yes, V straight, yes. It was meant to be. Or if you don't believe in that sort of thing, then it just sort of happened. Either way, it's goat versus fish. And we have towels of goat versus fish, shirts of goat versus fish for $19.69. Wow, what a versus. And mugs of goat versus fish, and shirts of unification of goat versus fish, and beanies of goat versus fish, and socks that say goat on one sock and fish on the other, so if you lose one, you know which one you lost. What is more critical to your success, the top or the bottom?
Oh, that's a difficult versus.
That's a very difficult versus. We ask the hard questions here on goat versus fish.
More critical to my success. Well,
yes.
Probably bottom, because there's a lot involved with the bottom of the store, and I feel like that is the base level. It's got to be bottom.
It's got to be bottom. Tell us more about bottom. What's going on bottom? Why is it so foundational to the foundation of your store?
Well, when you enter the store from the street, you're in the middle, right?
Oh, is that so? Oh,
so you get to choose. Yeah, when you enter, you get to choose top, bottom, or just stay in the middle. Very similar. But if I am trying to do shopkeep business, I have to use the bottom to get to the back alleyway for the dumpsters and things like that. So bottom, very important. And as we said, water fountain there. So hydration is at the bottom, and that is the forefront of surviving, being in the store.
So you enter the versus. Let us goat versus fish comprehension this. So you enter. Let's do a little illustration. Let's do a little illustration of goat versus fish. Illustration of goat versus fish. So let's say you are are you goat or are you fish?
Oh, me goat.
Celebration for goat, celebration for goat. Goat. Be straight likes the bottom because that's where all the rocks are. Celebration for rocks.
I don't have rocks in the store, V Street, but
you don't have rocks in the store?
There are probably some under it.
You could wear rocks.
I could wear rocks, yes. This is true.
Yes. Consider selling rocks.
I do like rock stores. They definitely intrigue me, so it is an option. There's so many things you could sell in a store. It's just very difficult to decide.
Well, here on Goat versus Fish, we're all about making those difficult decisions, and you have already chosen goat. Celebration for goat? Celebration for goat!
Yay!
Yay, goat! So you've already come so far. In your decision-making process. Grandmaster Ong, yes, we gave you the Radiation Yester verses and Celebration. Celebration, we appreciation your appreciation of Goat versus Fish. So let us suppose that you are a goat. You're a goat, and you're wandering around the streets of...
To be announced.
And you're being goat like this. And you say, and then you come across, you're walking along the verses, and you want to enter top. Look at this. We're making it happen. Wow. Top, middle, bottom. Look, it's a store. Your store is here.
Yay.
The store is here.
That's almost just what it looks like.
It's almost just what it looks like. Look at this glorious illustration. It's happening. It's happening right here, right now on Goat vs. Fish. Yes, yes. If you use your imagination, you too can imagine a store. So here we are. So here's the store of top, middle, bottom. And it goes a little verses like this, and you enter the verses, and you say you enter from street level, yes?
Yes.
That's what
and
you
street
said.
level is the middle.
Is the middle of the verses, which means that you say that there's a whole bonus verses that's under the verses. The bottom is is under street level. It's under like this. Look at that. Amazing verses. And then there's a division here. So the top is on the top, and the middle is on the middle, and the bottom is on the bottom. And yet you say that the alleyway can only be accessed from the bottom.
Yes. Isn't that confusing?
That confuses Goat versus Fish. So that sort of here. Let's use art for Goat versus Fish. Let's use art for Goat versus Fish.
Oh yes, very three-dimensional.
So here comes Goat. Here comes Goat. Ah! Here comes Goat wandering down the verses. Long face Goat. So there's Goat. There's Goat. Celebration for Goat. Celebration for Goat. And then the verses continues like this. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Versus continues like this. Oh, we had a subscription for Goat versus Fish. We had a Twitch Prime subscription for Goat versus Fish, which is worth about $150 to Goat versus Fish. 41.
Ham mode. I hope 2026. It's been a while, and I think it is kind of built against a hill a little bit. You do have to go upstairs to the alleyway from the bottom, so that it's not quite a fully different level, but it is a hill.
4160. Once we reach 500 versus American dollars of contributions across Goat versus Fish, that will trigger a 5-hour Friday stream. So get in your donations or tips to Goat versus Fish! !Tip. I'm delighted by the whimsical setup, says Lucid Nap. How whimsical. So here we are. So the versus is against a hill. So we've got a hill for Goat. So we've got a hill for Goat. If we can't see the verses and we don't know the secret location of the verses, we're going to help you. We're going to help us understand. So we're against a hill of some kind. So let's suppose that we've got like a hill like this, and the verses is in the hill, and then somehow down below there's an additional carving out of. So let's suppose it's sort of like this. Maybe there's some grass for Goat. But then somehow behind the verses, there is another carved out alleyway back here where you say, what's back down there on the bottom alleyway? What's going on back down there?
It's just a regular alleyway. There's dumpsters. There's people's parking spaces. But you're right. The door would be right about there.
Right about there, yes.
And it goes up into the alleyway.
And there's trash.
There is lots of trash.
There's lots of trash. How much trash have you created just attempting to get this top, middle, bottom on the ground, off the ground, wherever it's going to eventually be?
I am trying to be a little sustainable. I'm trying to be very conscious of that. But, we do have a lot of cardboard that goes out there into the recycling dumpster, and then trash from things that come wrapped. So if I get an order of socks in, for example, a lot of times they come all in bags. So it does make a lot of trash.
Is there fish parking, says V Straight? Is there parking for fish?
There's not a lot of parking for people to come to the store. I have parking. You have to find parking on the street, and that kind of gives you a little hint to, location. It doesn't have its own parking lot.
Well, let's suppose that a fish here, we've got a sockeye salmon, and the fish is just parking right there in the lot. Then what? In the lot that doesn't exist. Then what do you do?
Well, if it's just a little salmon, I think that there would be room. I don't think anyone would stop it. You
don't think anyone would stop it? No. It's time for you. It's time for you to choose your goat. It's time for you to choose your goat. Are you ready? Are you ready to choose your goat, Reb?
I'm ready.
Okay. We are now going to examination all of the goat that are here on Goat versus Fish. Why don't you come about here? Come about here, Reb Powers, and gaze upon all of the mighty goat. You are familiar with these goats now. You helped move
I
these
am.
goat around.
I did, and I liked all of them.
You
it's
liked
very
all
difficult.
the goats. Yes, yes. Spoken like a true goat. Spoken like a true goat. I can fix Amber Heard. Heard there is special parking for goats. Is this a true rumor?
Well, if I'm a goat, then yes, I have special parking.
Celebration for
Just for
special
me.
parking.
You know, I think we're going to do little baby goat today.
Baby goat. Celebration for baby goat. It's leaping baby goat. Celebration for leaping baby goat. So why don't you put the leaping baby goat right over here where this goat is? Yes.
Meow.
Oh, so that's Reb. Reb is coming to the top, middle, bottom store. There's a fish out there in the alleyway, non-existent parking lot near the trash. Maybe doing some dumpster diving, looking for a spare pair of socks that you might have thrown out.
And that is why I'm not a fish.
Celebration for V straight fish. Celebration for fish. Celebration for fish. But that's why you're not a fish. Why aren't you a fish?
It just doesn't feel right today.
The fish are making noise at you. They're making noise at you.
That's
They're
rude.
blubbing at you.
The blubbing is rude, guys.
Are you familiar with that theme?
It's very repetitive.
Tyrus appreciation. Fish scream. Tyrus played the fish scream. And look who it is. Look who it is. Here live from Los Angeles, Hollywood, California. Look, it's adult baby shark. It's adult baby shark. Hey, how you doing over there? Hey. Oh, hey. You're one of those fashionistas or something, right? You know all about the latest styles, all the latest trends.
We're trying to not be that trendy, but yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, well, have you considered being trendy? You know, I used to be a child star, you know, but I still carry a lot of that nostalgia. That a lot of brands are looking for nostalgia. Maybe top, middle, bottom. You're a news store. Maybe you could use some nostalgia. Maybe you could hire me for one of your ad campaigns, or we could collab on some Instagram posts or something like that.
I would be willing to do that.
Oh yeah? Oh, that's so great. I've been looking for. I'm actually very busy. I'm actually very busy with a lot of gigs that I've been doing out here in LA. Hey, are you from around here?
I'm not from around here.
Oh, where are you one of those dreamers who's coming to LA to live the comedy dream and while also having a retail space because you gotta have a side hustle, right? Am I right? Am I right?
You're not wrong. I have a lot of side hustles, and that's part of why it's been so postponed opening. There's a lot going on in my life, but
Yeah, what's going on in your life?
I just have so many jobs.
Yeah,
So many jobs.
I mean, you should feel pretty important that a big star like me is asking you all of these really banal questions about your life, you know?
I do. I've never been asked questions like this by someone like you before.
Oh, someone like me? Well, what's that supposed to mean?
Wait,
you're a goat, aren't you? What, someone like me? Someone like me? Someone like me? Am I supposed to take offense to that?
You just said fence.
Can someone like me shop at your store? Are you even going to let fish shop at your store?
Yes, anyone can come. I have a water fountain. You can use it.
Okay, all right. I just want to make sure that people like me can shop at your store.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Anyone can come.
Great. Then I have no problem doing your ad campaign. So, we'll have my fish talk to your goats, and we're going to figure this thing out. We're going to figure this thing out. Baby Shark's has got a gig, everyone. Baby Shark's got a gig. Yeah. Yeah. Just send me the location of the store so I, just between you and me, of course. I know it's not public yet, but if I'm going to be collaborating with you and doing some commercials or something, then I might need to know the location. Scope it out, see what I'm getting into.
Yeah, I'll text it to you.
Okay. Have you considered building an aquarium in there? For the fish to lounge around.
I don't know where I would fit that. It's getting pretty crowded. My floor plan I did release my floor plan at one point, and it's very specific. I'm not sure what floor I would have to put you on. We might have to leave it up to who wins, is fish top or bottom. That would be important to know because that would help me decide what floor is better to put an aquarium on.
All right, well then, hey, you go and fish out there in the verses. You better get figuring out if I'm going to be on the top, Baby Shark's going to be on top or if Baby Shark's going to be on the bottom. Look, I'll top from the bottom. I'll bottom from the top. You know, whatever it takes to get ahead in this town. You know, you've got to be willing to do everything. Anything. That was Baby Shark. Everyone, celebration for Baby Shark. You seem not very impressed.
He was all right.
You shrug at the Baby Shark.
He seemed to have a bit of an ego for a small shark.
A bit of an ego, yeah. Well, a lot of goat and fish have egos in this town, don't they?
This is true.
But you were saying something about comedy and verses like that. So do you also do laughing type joke things?
I do, but I didn't mention comedy. You mentioned comedy.
Well,
Baby Shark mentioned comedy is really what happened.
Comedy. Well, maybe you just have one of those funny goat faces that just says, "Oh, I make things funny. I do funny things."
Thank you. I think.
Well, we saw you, Goat versus Fish. We saw you at the Comedy Store Los Angeles. Is what happened.
I was there.
Yeah,
so
that helped Goat versus Fish, and then Goat versus Fish told Baby Shark, and then Baby Shark told you. So yes, the verses is out. The verses is out. Reb is so funny says V straight. Reb is so funny says V straight. So you do comedy type things. You do joke type verses. Yes.
I do. That's one of my many jobs.
That's one of your many jobs. Well, we're going to ask you the very dreaded question right here, right now on Goat versus Fish. Are you ready to tell a joke live on the interwebiverse? Are you ready to tell a joke?
No.
Are you prepared to do it anyway in spite of your lack of readiness?
I guess so. I don't tell jokes, so it's going to be tricky. I'll find one. I'll think of one.
Well, some say Goat versus Fish is a joke. Some say Goat versus Fish is not a joke. You can do whatever it is that you do. Let's just give them a taste. Here, we'll give you an introduction, and then you'll step front and center into the verses, yes? Goat and Fish coming now to Goat versus Fish. It's the comedy of Reb Powers. Celebration.
Okay, this is one that someone worked with me yesterday on. Are you ready? Okay. I've been getting in touch with my inner child lately. I called her Lisa. Lonely, isolated, sad, and anxious. It's a little sad. That's it.
So is that what passes for comedy, these verses?
It is.
It did just sound like a desperate cry for help to Goat versus Fish.
It might be.
It speaks to me. Well, you're speaking to Lucid Nap. Ha ha, indeed. Depression. Listen, Goat and Fish, we can be sincere and open and honest about our feelings, Goat and Fish. If you're feeling lost, insecure, suspicious, and anxious. Was that the verses?
It wasn't, but I like that one. That adds a layer of mystery.
Mysterious verses. We do like the mystery. We like the mystery of Goat versus Fish. Many don't quite at first understand the esoteric nature of Goat versus Fish. And even a top and middle bottom retail store that isn't open yet and has an undisclosed location and has an esoteric name like that leaves a lot of mystery too. Do you enjoy the mystery of top, middle, bottom, and the questions it may raise among those who may wish to shop there at some future time and space that is yet to be known by anyone at all?
Yes. There was an entrepreneurial retreat that I went on, right? That's for like business owners, entrepreneurs.
Yes.
And they taught everybody, how to prepare your stuff, your business, whatever you're doing. And they taught people, ways to build suspense when you're going to release information on your business. And so it's part of it.
Well, then, we have asked you to make humorous things happen, but now it's time for you to build suspense. Build suspense. We want you to step forward into the congregation. We want you to build some suspense. Show us how it's done.
Well, there's something really big coming, you guys. It's going to be really exciting. And there's going to be a lot of really cool information released soon, but I don't have it yet. I mean, I do have it, but the exciting thing is that we haven't told you yet. It's gonna be a special announcement. TBA, to be announced.
Suspense!
Suspense has been built.
Have you heard that old verses? How do you keep an idiot in suspense?
I have not.
Well, it goes like this. How do you keep... Wait, is an idiot a goat or is an idiot a fish?
Fence.
Suspense! Suspense! My suspenders are on. Celebration for your suspenders. Suspension. An idiot is a fence sitter, says Mad Paper Boy.
Mm-hmm. That's what I said, but Goat versus Fish heard suspense, which also worked.
Goat versus fish. Often it is the fence sitter who's trying to keep goat versus fish in suspense by not answering the question, are you goat or are you fish? They think that this is somehow helping goat versus fish, but actually they are just suspending their own animation. They're suspending their own zest and lust for life when they sit on the fence and don't go out there and get those verses. Why, imagine if you had the conception for top, middle, bottom, but then you just never did anything about it at all. And you just sat there on the fence and you didn't try to open the store and you didn't scout out the location and you didn't come on Goat versus Fish to promotion your verses. If you suddenly found out that the whole entire dream of top, middle, bottom wasn't going to happen at all and that it was all just a big, big waste of your time, that's someone else's verses, not Goat versus Fish. This is a hypothetical verses. And that the store never opened at all and it all just came to fence. It all just came to fence. How would you feel about that?
That would be terrible. I would feel like I was below the fence. I would feel even worse than being on the fence because I wouldn't have made any choice and it wouldn't have worked.
Wait, below the fence, that would be bottom.
Bottom.
So when you're not feeling great, you're on the bottom. Is that what you're saying now? We thought bottom was the most critical verses.
Bottom is the most critical verses.
But you are goat.
I'm goat.
So does that mean that you are saying that bottom is goat? You could be saying that bottom is goat. But bottom could be goat. Listen, there's nothing fence about being on the bottom. Being on the fence is being on the fence. Being on the top or the bottom, that's a fair versus.
I know that I had already thought, goat should be top, but that was based on, goats have horns.
They do. Celebration for horny goat. Celebration for horny goat.
And top is where we sell stuff for your head, the top of your head.
Wait,
horns.
versus stuff for your head, stuff for your head. Stuff for your head, pondering goat versus fish, thinking about goat versus fish. Would you please entertain, please step forward and speak to the congregation. We might have some tops for you to try on. Might have some top verses.
What am I speaking about?
You're just speaking to the congregation. You're responding to messages in the congregation of Goat versus Fish.
I understand.
Yes.
Suspenders you need to bring out of retirement and dust off for a verses or 3. You should. Suspenders are cool. I think if we, I hadn't thought to sell suspenders at top, middle, bottom, but they are making kind of a resurgence, aren't they? Are they not? People do suspenders again. It's tricky. So on the middle, I would sell belts mostly, for your middle, but suspenders could fit the bill. Funny in person. I think I'm funny in person every day, sometimes, but only sometimes. Suspense. Suspense. Yeah, suspense. If you're sitting on the fence, people, my hair is shiny and vivacious. Thank you. I washed it last night with free shampoo from my Airbnb. Overalls, so we wouldn't do overalls. It's very specific, and maybe Goat versus Fish can show you my video later of where I actually talk about how this store works. But it's kind of themed, so everything fits into a theme. So overalls are too all-inclusive. Much like choosing goat over fish, you have to choose top, middle, or bottom. And overalls would be kind of on any floor, and that kind of prevents them from having a place to be in my store. There's not enough room. It's very tight square footage, so I don't have a lot of real estate there for like all-inclusive things. You have to choose. You're sitting on a fence. Are you technically bottom or top? That's your fence. There's no other. I don't know what pulchritudinous means. Is it real? Should I Google it? Is that a real? Can someone tell me what that word is? The fence. So yeah, I mean, if you're trying to split the store up, fence would be middle in terms of the store. Yes, I think that might have to be the case. But you are choosing. It's a choice. You choose middle because there are products there. Little fishies. What's happening?
Suspense.
Oh, there's suspense building. Oh, thank you, V Straight, for defining this word that I didn't know.
Oh, tell us about this information. We love learning new things on Goat versus Fish.
I didn't know this word.
Pulchritudinous. And what is that?
That's about how I pronounced it too.
We want to show you some tops. We've got some tops here, and then we'll show them all that video.
Yeah, I think that'll help explain why I can't sell overalls.
So let's suppose you want. You spoke of horns of goat. Behold, horns of goat. Behold, horns of goat.
Could
yes,
definitely sell those on the top.
Would you like to wear the horns of goat?
Okay.
Because you have declared goat.
Let me put this in here.
You could also choose this versus if you want to be this type goat.
I think this one.
Oh, this versus. Okay.
This matches the sweater.
Celebration for matching sweater. We've got goat tops. We also have top fish. Look at fish hat. Fish hat. You don't think fish can be on top? Fish can be on top. Look at the fish hat. Now, these goat and fish tops were made by our very own Wow Mom and Prue Lawrence. They crochet these hats of Goat versus Fish. They are available for sale for customization if you wish to purchase a hat of goat or a hat of fish with custom colors mailed directly to you. It is $120 versus American dollars, but it's all entirely crocheted by hoof, crocheted by fin goat and fish. Yes, do not discount.
Very
do
soft.
not discount. Yes, very soft. So it feels nice on your head.
It feels nice when I touch it, and it's comfortable. Could sell these on the top floor for sure.
Yes. Maybe you found some new merch places. Now we don't have much bottom here on Goat versus Fish. We don't have.
You do sell socks
we
on
do
your
sell socks
store.
On the merch store of Goat versus Fish. We do have this fish though. Celebration for fish. Celebration for fish. You ready to catch the fish? Let's play catch the fish. The fish, the goat caught the fish, the goat caught the fish. Celebration. Celebration for fish. Celebration fish. Yes, big, beautiful fish. So you're looking great. You're looking great with those horns.
Thank you. They match.
Downward,
everything matches now.
You're going downward style horns. Yes, matchy fashion goat. So do you find that you have to be a student of fashion because you're opening such a fashionable retail space?
Not at all.
Tell us about that.
Well, mostly I have accessories, and everybody's got very specific opinions about accessories. They like to choose one style over another, and so I just have all the different styles.
So your top, middle, bottom accessories. So what about something like pants, one leg at a time?
Nope, no pants.
No pants. So why don't you tell us 3 to 5 verses you might find in the bottom of the verses?
Bottom is socks, shoelaces, decorative shoelaces. Remember those? They're fun. You can jazz up your shoes.
Sounds fun.
Some insoles, but that's it.
And what about in the middle verses? What would you find there?
Middle is belts, belt bags, fanny packs, whatever you like to call them. and wallet chains.
Wallet chains, interesting versus chains.
I had a request for that.
A request for wallet chains. Well, better to be used a wallet chain to be sold as merch than it is for you to have a chain link fence. And the top versus hats, you said. What other verses might you find there?
Top is hats, headbands, hair clips for people who have longer hair. Mostly hats because the hats are so expansive. And then at
Wham, bam, and
seasons,
stam appreciation.
Seasonal things, if this were a Halloween usage or a Christmas usage, you could do specialized things like special hats.
How about earrings and nose piercings and septum rings?
I did have a request for earrings. So those are
Monocles,
actually
asks Joy Evil.
no room for those. Sorry. The earrings are going to be along the stairs between top and middle. Because
Wait a versus now.
Yeah.
There's verses in between the
Yes.
top and the middle and the bottom and the middle.
Yes.
What kind of complication is this?
Well, it's because the top,
my verses.
each of the, I was telling them while you were stepped away, the
think you might
square
be-
footage is so small that people request these things, but the top is the very top and the bottom is the very
We're
bottom.
concerned you might be losing your way. Top, middle, bottom. It feels very goat versus fish, and now you're talking about putting verses between the middle and the top.
Miniature
and between the middle
verses
of the
between
bottom.
because you're talking like the top of the top or the middle of the top or the bottom of the top.
Now there's
each has
three
their
verses.
own.
So
In
within
theory,
the top,
they
there's-
could.
Now
They
is
could
the
each
top
have.
of the top on the top? Is the bottom of the top on the top? Or is the bottom of the top part of the verses that is between the middle and the top? Because you could have the top of the top, the middle of the top, the bottom of the top, the top
Yes.
of the middle of the middle between the top and the bottom, and you could have the middle of the middle between the top and the middle. And
Yes,
you could,
I have to use the walls and ceilings and floors like V Straight said. It's there's no room for all these things that I want to have or people are asking for. So, like earrings are not the top of the top; they're more like the middle of the top. If your head is the top, so those are along the stairs.
SeanKnight.com says, what? What indeed, SeanKnight.com. We've got a lot of what. This is Reb Powers, celebration of Reb Powers. Reb Powers is known to, do you consider yourself a comedian? Is this something that you also do?
I do acting. I do event management.
Event management?
If you want to
Well, Goat versus
have an
Fish.
event.
Yes, well, what? Tell us about event management. What if we wanted to hold a big backyard festiverses where we invitation everyone to come to the Temple of Goat versus Fish, and then we play cornhole in the yard, and we do all kinds of verses like that? Would you be able to?
Oh,
manage
that would be
for
an
Goat
easy
versus
versus, 100%
Fish? Easy verses.
easy.
Can
Fun.
you act out an event management scene? We have been speaking about this.
We have been speaking.
We
Well,
have
we
been-
spoke about it in terms of retail. Event management is tricky because normally I'm managing a lot of staff. And so Goat versus Fish would have to play the role of like 20 different staff.
Here they are.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so here are Goat and Fish, and let us suppose that you are managing the Goat and Fish. They are having an event. They're having an event, and the Goat and Fish are both part of the team that is throwing the event, but they have competing and contrasting visions about how it's supposed to go. And they require some kind of resolution in order to get off the fence and get this event going. Let's begin the verses now. Simulation, event management, go.
Okay. Goat, you've been acting up. I need you to get your focus straight. And you're going to go unfold all the chairs for the people to sit in. Fish, you need to prepare all the food for the congregation to eat. And while you both do those things, I'm going to go check in with Goat versus Fish and make sure that he feels ready for the event. Okay? You get a lunch break at 3:30. I don't want to hear it. That's it. I'm ruling with an iron fist today. Normally I'm a little nicer. Act out a pickle hour event. No, but pickle hour is fun.
This was event management with Reb Powers. Nice verses.
They're not fired.
We better not go on any longer, otherwise they might call it improv.
Ugh.
Can't have that. Where are your headsets? Do you sell headsets in top, middle, bottom?
No. No, we don't. The general public doesn't usually need those, so.
Wham Bam It Stand with a subscription for Goat vs. Fish. 2 months of Goat vs. Fish. Celebration for 2 months of Goat vs. Fish. It's time for us to do some tabulation. We have to count the verses. We've received some critical support here on Goat vs. Fish, and it's time for us to do our calculations towards the 5-hour Friday stream. As soon as we reach 500 versus American dollars of total contribution, it will trigger a 5-hour Friday stream at the next available Friday. Wham Bam and Stand with a subscription for Goat vs. Fish. That's 3 versus American dollars. And we've got Wham Bam and Stand with 30 bits, so that's 330 for Goat vs. Fish. Tires to 200. That's 530 for Goat vs. Fish. Tires to the 100-bit sound alert. We'll call that 6 for Goat vs. Fish because Twitch takes a hefty versus with that. We'll call it 6 for Goat vs. Fish. Lysergic Freak Fish with 200 bits. We'll call it 8 for Goat vs. Fish. Tyrus with 50 bits. We'll call it 850 for Goat vs. Fish. 850 for Goat vs. Fish. 850 for Goat vs. Fish. Wrench Stallion with 3. Wrench Stallion with 3. So 8. Oh wait, that was the Prime versus.
My fish army is ever growing, and soon I will overthrow the world. Very beautiful, very powerful.
The Fish Army is ever growing with another 100 bits. We'll call it 9. We'll call it 9 for Goat vs. Fish. We'll call it 925 for Goat vs. Fish. 925 is being added to the verses. 925. So you do retail, so you have to know about how to do calculations. What's 4160 plus 925?
5085.
5085 celebration. Celebration for 5085. 5085. What methods of payments will you be accepting at top, middle, bottom?
Cash, credit. Well, I'm gonna just Square. You know, anything that Square takes. So you've seen that. That's in a lot of places. You just tap. You can do your phone. It's a good application. It updates a lot, and the updates aren't necessarily always useful. But you know, some of their new machines don't even let you slide your credit card anymore.
How dare they?
How dare they? We're getting too high tech.
Appreciation. We are now 10% of the way. We're 10% of the way to 5-hour Fridays. Celebration. Goat versus Fish. Just like this. Yes, Goat versus Fish. You have to. It's a lot like being a store owner. Goat versus Fish. We have to manage everything. We have to manage the cameras of Goat versus Fish, the audio of Goat versus Fish. We have to make this a pleasant space that Goat and Fish want to come and do congregation.
You could be an event manager.
Ooh, event manager Goat versus Fish. We'll take it. Hire Goat vs. Fish to manage your event. SeanKnight.com says, oh, it's an app. We're going to find out right here, right now on Goat vs. Fish. We're going to have a look at, let's start with, first, let's look at Reb Powers, Goat and Fish. We're going to look at Reb Powers. Reb Powers the Goat. We're going to now gaze upon your web zone, your Instagram web zone. Are you ready, Goat and Fish? Here it is. It's Reb Powers on Instagram. Celebration. Not for Instagram, but for Reb Powers. And look, Reb Powers follows Goat versus Fish. Does Goat versus Fish follow Reb Powers? We think that Goat versus Fish should do that. Oh, look, it's headshots. Live from Burbank. Wow, that's not so far from here. Queer here to laugh. Celebration. Are you feeling very prideful this versus?
Yes, that all happened already, but they were fun.
It was fun. Oh, look at this. Oh, look, you're hanging out with Goat.
I was.
Wow, what was Goat like?
Maybe that's why I wanted to choose Goat. Goat was very cool, very balanced and fair.
A balanced and fair versus. Some say that Goat is like cheating all the time, but you found it to be a fair Goat?
Mm-hmm.
And is Goat safe for kids? The kids are just adoring that
There
Goat.
were children there. They had fun. There was a comic book on the wall starring Goat. Very interesting.
Very interesting verses. Celebration for Goat. There are many Goat and Fish out there. And what's this place?
That's a restaurant that has historic rooms inside with very exciting things. If you go to the next picture in that, Yeah, see, like, he's just
Ah!
hanging out in there.
What the what sort of creature is this? Is this what passes for history? These verses? Is that's fence sitter
I think
there,
he was
mocking
filling
Goat
in.
versus Fish.
I think he was filling in as the place of a historic person.
They're jockeying the style of Goat versus Fish. Look at that. Look, that's like the same verses. It's like this. It's like the very same verses.
Exactly.
Oh my. Shall be appreciation for all. Oh, here you are by the Sea of the Fish. So you go to the Sea of the Fish. You go to the Sea of the Fish?
You know, for someone who chooses goat, I do like the sea.
Oh, tell us about the sea. What do you like about the sea?
It makes me feel calm. Maybe sometimes the land is too much and I just need a little break.
V Straight says, I commented on that, but please don't insult our intelligence with like goat versus mouse. That's so very derivative. V Straight says, so pretty.
Very nice.
We'll like that
Thank you.
versus. We'll show our support for that versus. Since you bring it up to Goat versus Fish. So here we are, Goat versus Fish. Oh no. Oh no. No, not on Goat versus Fish, please. Any verses but that. Any verses
No
but
birds.
that.
We don't like birds.
Bird versus bear is a false versus. Vegan cheese. Oh my bird. You just put all kinds of fence sitters here on Goat
Yeah.
versus Fish. But that's okay. They need
They
Goat versus
intrigue
Fish.
me. You know, sometimes it's just nice to explore other options.
Well, as long as you explore those options and you educate them about Goat versus Fish. Oh wait, this verse. We have to look at this versus. This one's calling out to Goat versus Fish. Sorry, we're having trouble playing this video.
Oh no.
Let's try that versus once more.
Someone on YouTube told me this was creepy.
So what if it is?
I know.
That's a beautiful versus. We like that. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. So here we are.
Fish coated. How dare you?
Here we are. Here's Reb Powers. And you are about to earn the follow of Goat versus Fish. Are you ready to be followed back by Goat versus Fish for being our mighty and esteemed guest here on the 102nd Morning Motivational? You are part of an elite troupe of Goat and Fish who chose to woke up very early and come to be on a Morning Motivational. Are you ready to be followed back by Goat versus Fish?
Oh, let's build a little suspense.
Suspense. Build suspense. Build suspense. Build suspense. Build suspense.
Yes, I'm ready.
You're ready? Well, too bad, because we're building suspense.
Okay.
Psychic Buckeye 12 subscribes to Goat vs. Fish for 20-month celebration. So we think you'll appreciate this. Goat and Fish, like Psychic Buckeye 12, who are subscribed to Goat vs. Fish. So there's lots of emotes on Goat vs. Fish. You could post the unity of Goat Fish for a versus, or you could post this versus, or you could build suspense like with this.
Ooh,
We feel
yeah.
this is a very suspense type face there.
That's it.
That's a very suspense face. So let's see your suspense. Let's see your suspense, Goat and Fish. Let's see your suspense right there. Right there in Goat versus Fish. Let's see your suspense. We think that this is a suspenseful versus, but knowing you, and that your store without a location, we think you'd like this versus. So Goat versus Fish thought, what if we made a 100% transparent invisible emote that was available only to subscribers of Goat versus Fish? So we can build suspense like this too with the nothing emote like this, and we can post nothing to Goat versus Fish. We can post nothing to Goat versus Fish. We can post
Nothing.
suspense, 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 suspense,
too.
suspense, suspense, suspense. A nothing emote is iconic. Is it though? Is it even anything at all?
An icon would be a thing.
Can you build suspense with nothing? Can you build suspense with nothing? How's that? How's that for a live stream? Do you think that verse as well?
Only time will tell.
Only time will tell.
I have to take the goat off It's pushing the earbud into my ear. It's so fluffy, though.
So now this is what you call on the East Coast, this is what you call a podcast now.
Yes, this is an audio podcast now. Here we are.
Welcome, Space Aristocrat, who says 0 is a number. Is that a true verse? Wow. Oh, wow. You're just doing all kinds of things here behind the verses. You didn't want them to see that, did you?
What?
Well, we noticed that you were flexing about like you were stretching about, moving your muscles and getting your blood flowing and all that.
They hurt. I had to move for a second.
They hurt? Well, guess what? We're going to move. We're going to move together. We're going to move together. But first, before we move together, it is part of the morning motivational. Before we move together, we're going to follow Reb Powers. GoatVsFish celebration.
Yay.
Suspense over. Celebration. You just got followed by GoatVsFish.
Oh, I'm so relieved.
Hey, we were going to refresh the verses. 1,263. You've gained 2 followers since the stream began. Oh, my verses.
Whoa.
Now we're going to type exclamation guest here in the congregation.
I made it.
You made it. You did it. GoatVsFish, we're not going to continue this verses, Goat and Fish. We're not going to continue this verses until we get at least 1 more follow from Reb Powers. Someone has to do it. Someone has to follow Reb Powers right this very verses, and if you don't, then we're just going to build suspense forever. Is that what you want? 1,263, 1,263. 1,263. Yes, you've made it. You've made it on GoatVsFish, on Instagram or in person. Do you like being followed?
No. Not in person. In person, if you follow me, I'll talk to you, but I'll probably... Oh, yeah, I guess we could do that. I was just trying to sit.
No. Remain where you are.
Wait for the follower.
No, remain where you are. Yes, don't sit on the fence and then lean forward. Lean forward again, just like you were.
Okay, so if you follow me in person, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to smile at you awkwardly, and then I'm going to walk away really fast.
Behold the amazing flowing hair of goat. Amazing flowing hair of goat. Wow.
Only half of it, too.
Is that some kind of special effect?
Yeah,
amazing
look at the
GoatVsFish.
green tips right now.
That's a beautiful verses.
Green tips.
SeanKnight.com says pepper spray. Will you be selling pepper spray at top, middle, bottom?
I hadn't thought of it. I don't know what floor I would keep it on. Maybe outside at a little kiosk, just in case people come and follow people around the store a little too close.
Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's GoatVsFish. V straight gets it. You understand. Okay, let's have a look at this verses. 1,263. We're going to refresh, and we need more Reb Powers follows. We expectation it. We expectation it because you support GoatVsFish, and by supporting the guests of GoatVsFish, you are supporting GoatVsFish. So do it for Reb, do it for GoatVsFish. We refresh the verses. Refresh the verses. Now this is the real suspense because we get to see if the number goes up by 1. Isn't it fun to watch numbers go by 1? Imagine when you make your first sale. Tell us what you think it's going to feel like to make your first retail sale.
I think that it's going to feel very relaxed because I will finally be heading towards not spending money on something that I'm not getting money back from. You know what I mean? You have to invest. So then it starts turning the other way. The tables turn, the tide changes, and then you start going back the other direction.
Did somebody say investment? I know an investment opportunity when I smell it. I can taste investment. I can hear investment. I've got a sixth sense for investment, and I have a feeling that you might be looking for some startup capital, maybe an angel fish investor. Can I interest you in some money? Can I interest you in some money from stonks?
Maybe someday Top Middle Bottom will be a big enough business that we will have stonks of our own.
Oh, you'll have stonks of your own. Well, let me tell you, I could help you with an IPO. You do event management. I'll take care of all the business with the NASDAQ. And listen, have you heard about this Space Fence launch? You know, they just cut right to the S&P 500. You know, they didn't even have to go through all the normal verses. I think I could get you in the S&P 500. I think this top, middle, bottom thing is going straight to the moon.
I love that.
I love that. So yeah, for a small 10% fee, if you just pay me 10% of what you want invested in you, then, you know, for 10 I could give you 100, or for 100 I could give you 1,000, or for $1 million I could get you 10 million. We're going to 10 times every versus that you invest in stonks. We're going to invest it right back into top, middle, bottom. But just between you and me, we only like when the stonks go up, 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 up. We want to be on top. We want to be on top. But that's just what we tell everyone, because actually we're going to make versus American dollars if your stonks are going up. We're going to make versus American dollars if the stonks are going down. We're going to play it both ways, baby.
Okay. Let me look into it, because some of that sounds like, you know, I get a little worried about legal trouble. I want to make sure that I'm covering all my bases, but we can talk about it.
Oh, legal trouble. Oh, don't worry. We have lawyers who take care of that sort of thing. We're just here to make the cold hard cash. And maybe you wouldn't know anything about Bitcoin mining, would you? Cryptocurrency, you know, that sort of thing. I kind of come from old money, and I'm just not sure if I'm ready to invest in such a new unproven technology. But maybe there's cash to be made. You know, I just between you and me, I just don't know. I'd rather invest in hard real estate. Are you renting or are you buying? Do you own the building?
It is a lease. I am leasing.
Oh, it's a lease?
Yeah.
Oh, so you can't borrow against it, huh?
No.
Oh. Well, when you're ready to get serious, about this investment, you just call Stonks, and we'll help you. Then we'll help you out. But you let us know. You let us know when you've really got some capital to invest in this versus.
Yeah. I think that opening first will help get there, and then once we start doing that first seller, which no, SeanKnight.com, I did not pick out a frame yet, but that's a great idea. I would love to get like a fun, colorful frame and just put it on the wall in the store. Like that seems very old-timey family business. So anyway, yes, like when I start having money come the other direction, we'll talk about it.
The other direction, like this?
Yeah.
You know what they say there about real estate? They say location, location, location. What exactly did you say your location was again?
I'm not telling anybody yet, because...
Are you located in a city or a town or a state? Can you tell us that? What country are you in? Are you on this planet?
It's on the planet Earth.
Oh, thank the verses. You know, we're not really ready to invest in asteroids or the moon yet, but we are going to the moon. We're definitely going to the moon, and we're going to sell stonks on the moon.
It is in the United States too. I'll just.
It's here in versus America. Mm-hmm. Well, hey, you know, someone's got to pick up the scraps. Am I right? You know, that was a rhetorical versus. All right, I'm gonna go check in on. We're gonna do a whole financial analysis of. You just send over all of your personal information and economic details over to us, and everything about your business, and we'll just look at all of it, and we're gonna figure out how to make you a bunch of money, and then I'll figure out how to make as much money I can off of the money that you make, so I don't have to do any actual work. Does that seem fair to you?
That's why I said I think that I'm gonna look into it a little more later, because I'm not totally sure.
Oh wait, stonks are going up. Stonks are going up. I've got to make some calls, and I've got a 3-martini lunch to get to. To the moon.
Yeah, it just I'm not on that's just my face. I'm trying to process all that information. Stock and investment is a little over my normal coverage of things that I'm, reading about and everything, so a little overwhelmed really.
Yes, Space Aristocrat, it is Stonks. If you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe to Goat vs. Fish. We appreciate all your support of Goat vs. Fish. We're going to refresh this versus. Do we have more than 1,263 followers? Let's find out right here, right now on Goat vs. Fish. 1,272 followers on Goat vs. Fish. Wow.
Goodness.
You got like 10 followers on Goat vs. Fish. We're so proud. We're so proud of the congregation. We're so proud of the congregation.
Thank you, congregation.
Yes, we want you to look directly at them and give them your eternal, undying gratitude.
Thank you so much. That means so much to me. I'm very grateful for your follows.
But we're not done yet. We're not done yet, Goat and Fish. Let's take another look. Let's take another look at top M bottom. Top M bottom. top and bottom. This is the account for this up and coming projection. Do you have a particular verses? Should we look at your first
down,
first verses?
Yeah, the first one's down at the bottom. Way down at the bottom.
Oh, at the bottom. Oh, you did say it started on the bottom.
Yes.
Okay, now I understand. Yes, you're beginning to understand now.
So that first one kind of tells you the whole deal. And since that, I just do weekly updates on Wednesdays usually.
Versus?
With updates on
Wednesday
the store.
updates. Well, Goat vs. Fish is live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. And you update your top and bottom Instagram every Wednesday, you say?
I do.
So let's have a look at this verses. Let's have a look at the very first top and bottom Instagram promotion, the one that started it all.
Hey everybody, I'm setting up my new retail space, luxury boutique store. It's got 3 floors. So the theme, or I guess the plan, is that we're going to sell on the top floor stuff for your top, like hats, and then on this floor stuff for your middle, like belts, and then down there stuff for the bottom, like socks.
Wow, we heard a honk of approval.
Yeah.
So it seems that when you saw this space, you just immediately had the conception of what you were going to do. Did you just already know? Did you just already know how it was going to go?
You know, I knew I wanted a store, right? And then when I saw that one, I thought, well, I love themed places. You know, themed things make things. Just like shaped noodles taste better than regular noodles, in my opinion. You know, a themed place is more fun. So I saw that and I went, well, I know what I'm doing here. And that's what happened.
Scooby Shannon, welcome to Goat vs. Fish. Scooby Shannon with the fish celebration. Please do like and subscribe to Goat vs. Fish. We think Goat vs. Fish has helped to gain you many followers, and you were so modest. You said, I'm going to post this about Always Think Goat vs. Fish on YouTube. You don't know who's going to come by. We've seen so many new YouTube viewers coming in to watch the living stream of Goat vs. Fish, and we think it's all thanks to you. We think it's all thanks to you.
I've got YouTube people.
Thanks to Psychic Buckeye 12, we now have 53 Goat versus
no.
Fish. 50. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Listen. Together on Goat versus Fish, we overcome small setbacks like this. We can be okay. We can persevere. Thanks to the subscriptions of Psychic Buckeye 12, we now have 53.85 towards our 500 versus American
Big fan,
dollar.
Reb. Thank you.
Big fan. Celebrate. You've got fans. Do you have actual fans that aren't just your friends and family?
I don't know. Sometimes when I do the comedy shows, people come up after and they go, hey, I'm a fan. So I guess.
Celebration for fans. Well, we've got a fan in Goat versus Fish. Lucid Nap is a fan now. Celebration. You've got a fan.
Thank you, Lucid Nap. I'm a fan of Goat versus Fish, and I'm a fan of all these goats and fish that are here.
Appreciation, mutual fandom. And let's have a look. So this is your shop logo, perhaps?
Yeah, that's the logo. So when I first chose the store, I didn't actually even have a name for it. I just thought, we're going to do these 3 floors with the 3 things, Thank you for thank you. I appreciate that. So it really just kind of was week by week. We decided what we were adding to it, what we were going to call it, made a logo.
Will you sell fans in your store?
Ooh, like fans for staying cool.
Will you have fans in your store?
I hope that we have fans in the store. Which floor is my favorite? Well, we already talked about bottom being kind of the critical floor to the business, so I feel like I have to stick with that, just to keep it consistent.
Well, if the bottom is the critical floor, then what is the top really offering?
The top is offering headwear to make you feel fancy.
Well, yes, but we mean more if the bottom is like a foundational versus, then what is the top floor providing in a more metaphysical sense?
Whimsy.
Whimsy on the top, and what's in the middle?
The middle is, just belts to hold your pants up.
Just belts, yes.
Pretty important for a lot of people.
We stay grounded on the bottom, we get whimsical on top, and in the middle it's belts.
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty, what's the word I'm searching for here? You've got, the foundation, the bottom, the top, whimsy, but then you just need something to hold your pants up. It's just
something
rational.
Wait a versus something went wrong on top.
Oh my goodness!
Top and bottom is what is this? What do you mean something went? Has your account been suddenly deactivated because they suspected that this whole thing was a front for money laundering or something, and that it wasn't a real store at all, and then so they didn't believe that you were ever going to open the store, so they just deleted your account, or do we just have to refresh the page?
You probably just have to refresh it. We seem to be having some Insta issues. Let's see.
And do you? Oh, do not despair. We're just taking whatever they're giving us and making contentment out of it. Do you sell helmets? Bud Morgan asks. Helmets?
Helmets. No, they take a lot of room up.
Let's have a look at the most recent verses, shall we?
Oh yeah, see, it comes up for me. It's alive. We got it.
Straight from the creepy underbelly of Top Middle Bottom.
Oh yeah, this was last Wednesday.
The building that we're attached to, because Top Middle Bottom does have a little elevator inside just for ADA for people who can't do stairs, but you don't really need it because they're small stairs, small floors, but this is the creepy elevator of the building that takes you through the back ways to exciting places like the office where I pay rent, the management office, or
this is riveting stuff.
I'm wearing the same shirt. I'm embarrassed, but that was a week ago. I've washed it.
Back hallways to other stores.
Does this have to do with like the back rooms or something? Did we
Yeah,
hear?
that's like in a back hallway of the building. It's so I went down there to do my weekly update. Before I had just been down there, the light was flickering and it looked like a horror movie. It's an old building. So a lot of crazy stuff happens in there.
Ooh, Prism Bloom, welcome to Goat vs. Fish. Prism Bloom, we have been saying for a million verses that we need to hire you to make custom Goat and Fish, to make custom little avatars down there. So Prism Bloom, yes, Prism Bloom, if you haven't already, please email GoatVsFish@gmail.com. Forgive Goat vs. Fish, just as you have so many verses, so many communications. How many event coordinator, how many Goat and Fish do you have to coordinate with to get this versus going?
Just the top, middle, bottom, you mean?
Oh, yes.
Well, a lot, but there's no one that I really regularly communicate with besides the building manager, the people that I have to bring my monthly lease check to. Everyone else is, one time someone comes in and installs the internet, and someone comes in and delivers a package. I do know my UPS guy pretty well. He comes a lot, so he's a good guy.
Earlier, the alarm was going off in the elevator, and I thought that I was about to get stuck there forever, but there was just a little kid inside hitting the alarm button, so false alarm.
Well, we're so glad you didn't get stuck and
Oh,
that you
it's
could
terrifying.
get here on Goat vs.
I thought
Fish.
I'd be in there all day.
So Goat and Fish, if you wish to follow Instagram.com/top middle bottom, Goat vs. Fish will send the verses to you. The link is here, or exclamation TMB. Goat and Fish. Goat vs. Fish. We'll ask you to make an amazing choice on Goat vs. Fish. Would you prefer the coveted follow of Goat vs. Fish? You have followed Goat vs. Fish. Goat vs. Fish will give you a follow in return. Would you like to be followed on your versatile Reb Powers Instagram by Goat vs. Fish, or would you like to be followed on top and bottom by Goat vs. Fish?
If I have to choose one, I think I choose...
It's a difficult versus. We know it's a
so
very difficult versus.
So difficult.
Well, we could say this. Maybe we could. What if we said, "Oh, we'll follow you." Oh, well, you are followed by actual Neil Hamburger and Lucid Nap.
Oh wow! Thanks, Lucid Nap.
Celebration. Well, we want to support those who support Goat vs. Fish, so we're going to follow top and bottom here.
Does my store not follow Goat vs. Fish?
Well, yes. Well, how about we do a versus for a versus?
Yes.
Top and bottom going to be followed by Goat vs. Fish. The suspense, it's already over. The suspense is done. We already followed top and bottom. Celebration. Versus. Because top and bottom, this is the kind of project that deserves the backing of Goat vs. Fish. We see a lot of promise in this versus.
Thank you. Maybe we can collaborate on merchandise sometime.
Yes, top, middle, bottom, Goat vs. Fish collaboration. Oh,
Follow back.
Oh,
I
follow
could have,
the-
yeah, I could have done it at the big camera, but I didn't. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. You don't have to apologize to Goat versus Fish, but we still accept it. We still accept it. And look, so you do have a shop. You have a virtual versus.
I do. Also fourth wall, like you use.
Top, middle, bottom, the virtual versus.
Oh, the eye shirt. Yes, someone was asking if I sell that eye shirt, but I do not. That just is part of the website.
So you have, what do we have here? Walk us through this versus, Goat, since you walk
So
like a goat
far,
and don't swim like a fish.
You have to design your stuff for this. So I've been working on designs because, you know, this is just merch of the store. It's not what we sell in the store. So it's like merch to help support the store while we're still trying to get open. So I have stickers of things from Top, Middle, Bottom, the logo. We made cute little, hats and other, a belt sticker, a sock sticker. So sticker sets. We have a candle. We have a sticker with just the logo on it. And I believe a hat. I believe we have a hat. A TMB hat because someone requested specifically a bucket hat for TMB they want to wear. So if anyone has requests, we can make it.
Do you have requests? Yes. If you wish TMB merch to be shown on this Fourth Wall shop, which is Fourth Wall is not a sponsor of Goat versus Fish, then yes, post it. Post it in the congregation. Post it in the congregation. What do you want to see here at Top, Middle, Bottom? We are a little curious about this versus here, about this logo, Goat versus Fish, because the top, okay, we see the hat on the
Yes.
top, and yet the top is being worn over the breast. The middle is in the middle, and then the sock is sort of in the groin area. Is that where you wear socks and hats? Is that where they usually go?
Well, I mean, no, but I wanted it all to fit into the frame of the dress model they use, that people use to sew clothing on, just so that people know it's a shop.
Oh, this is
Like
this says shop.
boutique. This is a boutique. And
Yes.
these are the things that we sell all inside of it, so that we could cut it out if we needed to.
We thought that maybe your target demographic was quadriplegics with no heads.
I mean, if they come in, we'll find something for them. Would a bracelet be middle? Anklets so we don't have bracelets. That would be, I guess, technically middle. That's tricky.
It moves about.
Yeah,
It
that
moves
would be
about.
one of those top of middle situations versus middle of middle. So we're going for like the top of the top, the middle of the middle, and the bottom of the bottom. So anklets even are pushing it because we don't sell shoes. So anklets are up a little higher.
Oh, you don't? Why not? Shoes are clearly we think they're bottom, like hooves. Like, why wouldn't you sell a shoe?
Mostly space. There's not a very big room for storage downstairs, so I can't have shoe boxes everywhere.
Oh. Oh,
So that's why we went just with socks. Socks and shoelaces, things like that.
So we see.
Corset.
That's a very middle verse.
It is. That's not a bad idea. Could do corsets. They are. That is a middle item.
Prism Bloom suggests stockings, tights, and waist trainers.
Stockings and tights would be full bottom. So that's too much, too all inclusive. As I said, when someone asked about overalls, that's too much. It doesn't choose one thing.
So you're not
waist
into the
trainer.
fence sitters. You're not into the fence sitters at top, middle, bottom.
No,
You
top, middle,
want it
bottom
to be
doesn't
a clear
have
choice between
space.
top, middle, and bottom.
We don't have the square footage to be dealing with fence sitters or fence items.
Now, Goat versus Fish, we ask, are you goat? Are you fish? Don't sit on the fence. The fence sitters like to think of themselves as the third option, but really they're not a third choice because you don't choose to sit on the fence. Sitting on the fence is merely the absence of a choice of goat and fish. So here in the verses of Goat versus Fish, we deal in goat and we deal in fish, and we're used to, like Grandmaster Ong, we're juggling the goat and fish. We're juggling the dynamics between the goat and the fish. But at top, middle, bottom, you have 3 choices? What is it like living in a universe in which you have 3 choices? Goat versus Fish can scarcely comprehend it.
Well, it's very similar to having 2 choices. Only you get a third choice that's not fence. So we've got top, middle, or
Third choice
bottom.
that's not fence.
Or I guess there would be a fence, which would be, people who want overalls or pants or shirts that we don't have room for. So you've got top or middle or bottom. Or the fence of top, middle, bottom, which would be things that don't fit into one of those categories.
So in your verses, is the top goat or is the top fish? In your verses.
In my verses, it's goat. Yeah.
Top is goat.
Because of, things like this.
Because of the horn of the goat. So if bottom is the fish, and you said that the bottom is foundational, so is fish foundational to your verses even as a goat? Is fish foundational to goat in goat versus fish?
You can't have goat without fish, and you can't have fish without goat, and you can't have top without bottom, and you can't have bottom without top.
But what about the middle? Couldn't you just get rid of the middle? Couldn't you just be top, bottom, and call it verses?
You could, but my building just has that shape, so we have a middle.
So you're just going to use that space just because it's there?
I am.
Are you? Listen, you've got a lot of verses about the top and the bottom, but you've said very little about the middle. Are you even really committed to the middle? Are you really committed to this middle verses?
Here's the thing with the middle. In top, middle, bottom, if you watch the video, we just showed you the video, it's very small. We really got the top floor and the bottom floor, and those are the heart of top, middle, bottom. And then the middle itself doesn't really have a lot of room. It's more just a landing place where you stand, and then you have to choose between top or bottom and which one you want to go to.
But isn't the heart more in the middle of the verses, though? Isn't the heart... You have two hearts? You have a goat heart and a fish heart?
Yeah.
On the top and the bottom. But not so there's no heart in the middle of top, middle, bottom. Just heart on the top and the bottom of top, middle, bottom?
I don't want to say that I'm not, feeling love towards the middle, because I do love every floor of my store, but the middle is just so small. It
do you
really
love them
is
all
where
equally?
you choose.
Would someone ask?
I love top and bottom more than I love middle. I do. I also don't really wear belts. I have confessed this before on my page. I don't really wear belts, but I know that people need belts, so that's why that's what is on the middle.
Speaking of top, middle, bottom, says Ham Mods, may I suggest displaying or selling exquisite corpse art prints if you know what those are? Do you know what those are, and would you consider displaying and selling them?
I can guess what they might be, but I'm not sure that I'm guessing the right thing.
Well, Goat and Fish, SeanKnight.com wants to know, is goat top or bottom? We know that for Reb Powers, the goat is the top and the fish is the bottom, but we are going to get to the bottom of that. But before we do, in our continuing verses of goat versus fish, we are going to go to the congregation to settle this verses. But before we do, you said you wanted to move about.
Oh, yes.
Well, guess what? It's time for our morning celebrations. It's time for the morning celebrations.
Yes, BBDH. Middle is going to have belts all over the walls so that there's still room to walk. That is actually where they will be, just walls of belts.
It's time for our morning celebrations. We're going to turn on some musications, and then you're going to join us, if you wish, for our morning celebrations. Let's see here. Are you ready to move about? We've got to get moving.
Yeah.
We've got to get moving on Goat versus Fish. We've got to get moving on Goat versus Fish. How about this versus? Is this going to be too... No, that's a bit too... It's a bit too esoteric for Goat versus Fish. 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 Yes, well, we have this versus. We have remix verses. Well, we suppose... Well, you know what? We're going to play the Thunder tracks. We're going to play the Thunder tracks musications. A little relaxation. So it's going to go something like this. Brittany Fishy says, sometimes fish, let's go to have the top. Ooh, very nice. So here we are. It's time now, Goat and Fish, for your morning celebrations. Get up off the fence. Let's get our hooves or fins about shoulder width apart, pointed slightly outwards. Yes. And let's stretch about. Move those shoulders, Goat and Fish. Move those hips, Goat and Fish. Roll that neck, Goat and Fish.
My neck just cracked tons.
We step about. We've got to go up and down those top, middle, bottom steps. How are you going to get through the top, middle, bottom store if you don't have your steps in order? Goat, you may be natural climbers, but use it or lose it. Fish, If you're going to learn how to swim upstream, you might as well learn how to climb like a goat, too. Did you know that some fish can actually climb up the side of a rock face as long as there's just a little bit of hydration flowing down it?
I did not know that.
Wow, we learned so much on Goat vs. Fish.
Truly have.
Wow, what strong you have. Okay, Goat and
Okay.
Fish, we're going to do 10 of these verses. 10 of these verses. We start here and down we go. Celebration! And we say celebration when we do the one verses like that. We say celebration. So here we go. That was just a warm-up verses. Here we go, Goat and Fish. The first verses. Celebration!
Celebration.
That's one. We're having fun.
Fun.
And down we go. Celebration, that's two. Celebration, that's two. We love how the congregation doesn't get as chatty during this verses because we know they're joining Goat vs. Fish. Let's do three. Down we go for three. You and me. Celebration three. Celebration. Grandmaster Wrong Fish, yes. Let's do four. We've got more. Down we go. Celebration, that's four. Celebration, that's four. And would you look at this? Let's look at number 5. When we look at number 5, notice this. Down we go. Bottom. Middle. Top. Celebration. That's 5. Let's do 6. Top. Middle. Bottom, middle, top. Celebration 6. Join us in the top, the middle, and the bottom of Goat vs. Fish. Time for 7. Why don't you celebrate when you get to the bottom? Let's celebrate when we get to the bottom. Here we go for number 7, filled with the bottom type celebration. Celebration. That's 7. We're going for 10. We're going to 10, but take a little relaxation if you need it. A little relaxation if you need it. Oh, yes. How we feeling over there, powerful Reb?
Energized.
Wow, you sound very energized.
I know.
And now the verses continue. For 8. We'll celebrate at the bottom for V straight. And down we go. Celebration, that's 8. Celebration, that's 8. Together, we are going to rise through the ranks of retail, and we think we'll take you up on that top, middle, bottom collaboration. Goat and Fish, if you want to make art for a top, middle, bottom Goat vs. Fish collaboration, we could sell it on the top, middle, bottom, fourth wall, and we could sell it on Goat vs. Fish. We could sell it in both verses. Be a great celebration. And Goat vs. Fish, down for 9. Let's feel fine. Celebration!
That was a fast one.
That was a fast versus. Now we're going for 10. 9, says V straight. 9! Indeed. Time for 10. Are
you guys doing this in your office?
Are you doing this in your office? Yes, do this at your office. And if the fence sitter comes to you and says, hey, get back to verses, you say, I am doing verses. I'm taking care of myself. I'm taking care of my top. I'm taking care of my middle. I'm taking care of my bottom. Making me stronger. So Goat vs. Fish can verses for longer. You've got to take care of yourself, Goat and Fish. And V Straight has sent you a Snapchat. You're getting multiple forms of communication happening right here, right now.
We'll check it after the 10th.
After the 10th, here comes the verses. Down we go. And we're gonna hang out here at the bottom. That's what they seem to want. You seem to be fairly strong at this verses. Do Do you exercise yourself with regularity?
I like to be stretchy.
You like to be stretchy.
It feels good.
Stretchy, strong. They're both very, very closely related verses, like a goat and a fish. Celebration!
Celebration!
That's your morning celebrations. That was 10 morning celebrations.
And we have to check this Snapchat.
Snapchat to be checked. Very diligent. If you are enjoying these musications,
Should I show it to the...
well, why don't you look at it and then find out what you think if it
I
should
think
be
it's a
shown.
video. It's a video. It's a video of people.
It's a video. We could show it on Goat versus Fish. Let's see what we've got here. We're doing now an investigation of a video sent to Goat versus Fish. Oh, are they because are they showing us video of them doing? Can we hear what it is saying to Goat versus Fish? Is this a video of them watching Goat versus Fish?
Yes.
Oh, it's already gone now?
Yeah.
Oh, it's over. Thank you for showing us a video of you doing the stretches with Goat versus Fish. What a beautiful verses. What a beautiful verses. What a beautiful verses. That reminds Goat versus Fish, before we forget, there is something we should show you in the Goat versus Fish archives. By archives, we mean something that we just got. We have currently 66 subscriptions on Goat versus Fish. Can we get 6-7? Can we get 6-7? Goat versus Fish photos. Photos for stream. Here we are. Oh, you're not going to just show us the verses? What the fence? Preview? Here we are, Goat and Fish. Here we are. Goat and Fish, as you know, our very own dear congregation member, Lord Saturn, has been traveling in Taiwan to do drumming in Taiwan. And Lord Saturn has sent us a photo of a Goat versus Fish sticker in Taiwan. Celebration! Goat versus Fish, International Goat versus Fish. International Goat versus Fish is now in Taiwan. We've got it going on. Celebration. Thank you for spreading the verses of Goat versus Fish. Lord Saturn. We just wanted to show you that. We just wanted to show you all that. So if we could now get this versus showing the board of Goat versus Fish. We are nearing the 2-hour mark on Goat versus Fish, but we think it's time to determine the top, middle, bottom situation. Top, middle, bottom situation. So, Goat and Fish. We've got top. We've got mid.
Oh, we're doing middle too.
We're going to do mid for this versus.
Middle fish and middle
Where
goat.
we can have middle fish and middle goat.
Oh.
Yes. Have you heard that mid is it's kind of like a derogatory versus these verses, like, oh, it's very mid. Like they don't like it very much.
That tracks.
And we've got bot. Can you top from the bottom? Can you bottom from the top, in your experience?
No.
Oh, it can't be done. Well, there you have it. Goat and Fish, we want you in the congregation now. It's time to declare goat or fish. This is going to be a nice quick verses. Are you goat or are you fish? And when you say if you're goat or fish, we want you to say top fish or top goat or goat top or fish top. Or you can say bottom fish, middle fish, top fish, middle goat, top goat, bottom goat. Tell us if you're top goat, middle goat, bottom fish, middle fish, top fish, bottom goat, whatever the verses are, we want to hear, and we're going to count the goat and the fish. We've got lysergic freak fish with big top fish, so that's one.
Top of the fish.
One top fish. We're going to just use all of these magnetrons. So yes, well, lysergic freak fish likes the mahi. So can you do that one for the freak fish?
Top fish.
No, that's not the mahi. That's the shark. This is lysergic freak fish.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not as acquainted with my fish.
Oh, we're learning the fish. Nebraska Joe Dirt says celebration for fish. So we have power top fish. We have two top fish, and lysergic funeral, who's on YouTube, is the same as lysergic freak fish.
Mid fish.
But we count double the verses. Can we get one more top fish for the YouTube fish? Celebration. Rent Stallion says top goat. We've got goat here. We've got one top goat. Celebration for goat. BBDH187 says top fish. You counted the top fish.
Oh my goodness. No, there's another. That's
There's another top
fish.
Yes, and what about Nebraska Joe Dirt? Celebration for Nebraska Joe Dirt. Nebraska Joe Dirt. You say you are a fish. Are you a top fish?
Shark
on top. Lots of
Shark
top
on
fish.
top.
Fish are going top. You thought that it was going to be goat on top. You thought it was going to be goat on top.
Oh, hammerhead.
Let's get in a little closer so they can see our beautiful visages. Yes, but so they can also see goat versus fish. Yes, just like that. Yes, just like that. Top, middle,
Top
bottom.
goat.
We've got BBDH187 for top fish. Nebraska Joe Dirt says, woo! Fitzcraft is fish. Space Aristocrat is top goat. Celebration for
I'm going to
Aristocrat.
put my goat back over
You're
there.
going. Oh, so you're going to be top goat.
That's my top goat.
That's your top goat. But you said that. Oh yes. Oh no, you did say top goat. Yes, you said top goat. Space Aristocrat. We're going to give you mountain goat. We're going to give you mountain goat celebration. That's 3 top goat and 1 middle fish. Joy Evil says middle fish. Oh, is this the evil middle fish?
No, that's a second middle fish.
Second middle fish. Second middle fish.
A top fish.
Are you goat or are you fish? Time to get off the fence. Top goats unite. You've got 3 top goats. We've got 5 top fish. We've got 2 middle fish. Now is the time for your declaration. Now is the time for your declaration. Are you goat or are you fish, Space Aristocrat? Yes, Space Aristocrat.
Nobody's a bottom fish or a bottom goat.
No one wants to be bottom fish or bottom goat. Oh my verses. Well, this fish was parking in the alley, but let's put the sockeye salmon back over here. Wasted height says slightly diagonal between bottom and middle goat. Oh my verses. Listen, in goat versus fish, that would be a very fancy maneuver. Are you going to permit a slightly diagonal between bottom and middle goat from wasted height? Are you going to permit this versus?
I mean, that seems a little fancy to me.
Does seem a little fancy to goat versus fish. Are you a middle goat or are you a bottom goat? Wasted height. Now, their name is Wasted Height, which does sort of imply, do you feel that you are wasting any height in your 3-story top, middle, bottom? Is there wasted height in your retail shop?
Not
that is
at
yet
all.
to be.
We are using every inch of space, including the walls. All of it. No wasted height. Mid-fish. Yeah, we got your mid-fish already.
We got the V-straight mid-fish?
Yep.
Okay, celebration.
Yeah. V-straight is celebrating with a fellow mid-fish.
Wasted height redeemed a versus for goat. Redeemed a versus for goat. Celebration. Celebration for a versus for goat. Celebration for a versus for goat. Big versus for goat. But is it a middle versus or is it a bottom versus? Wasted height. Are you a middle goat or are you a bottom goat? We need to know. We need to know. Look how on the fence you are. Look how on the fence you are between the middle and the bottom.
Low goat.
Low goat. Wasted height says low goat, bottom goat, and the goat has made its way to the bottom. Celebration for goat. Celebration for goat. We are still determining. Are you goat or are you fish? Are you a middle goat? Are you a top goat? Are you a bottom goat? But a versus for goat was redeemed. So we are going to honor that versus. We're going to go to the Instagram of goat versus fish. We're going to look at this saved goat content. And we are going to look at this. Goats. Goats will not be stopped. Goats will not be stopped by the fence. And here is your evidence. Here is your evidence. Here's your evidence. Here's your evidence. These goats will not be stopped by the fence. These goats will not be stopped by the fence. Look at the goat. Look at these goat. Look at these goat overcoming the fence. These goat will not be troubled. They run through the fence. They look at the fence. They leap over the fence. They walk on top of the fence.
These are triumphant.
These are triumphant goats. Celebration for goat. Celebration for goat. Bring back Ruibach. Oh, we believe we should bring back Ruibach. We should check in on Ruibach the goat. Bud Morgan says, I'm the hypotenuse of offense. Oh, my verses. We think they're trying to do triangulation. This is the motivation I need, says V-Straight. Appreciation. And may we say, V-Straight, you have been here the whole living stream of Goat versus Fish. We truly appreciate every single one of you here in the congregation of Goat versus Fish. It is a beautiful verses. It is a beautiful verses with much appreciation. I can fix Amber Heard. Are you a top goat, a middle goat, bottom goat, top fish, middle fish, bottom fish? Maybe goat and fish are more appealing to you now that you can be a top, a middle, or a bottom when it comes to that verses. I can fix Amber Heard. You seem like you strike goat versus fish as a bottom who's aspiring to be a top. But why don't you just accept your bottomness, or maybe you're a top trying to pretend to be a bottom? Goat versus fish. We're not certain. We're not certain about you fence sitter. You make some noise for these goats going over the fences. Reb, do you see yourself in these goats overcoming these fences, not to be stopped? They're gonna versus that fish no matter what.
I do. I that's like how I feel every day when I walk into my store. It's climbing that little topsy-turvy thing and those fences and, hurdle jumping. Top fence.
I can fix Amber. They're saying they're top fence because of how high they are on the fence. Well, it was fun while it versus. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do with this I can fix Amber Heard fence creature? We could just put them in the dumpster.
Yeah, we do still have the dumpster.
Yeah, how about that? How about that? We just take this. We take this cock. We put them right there in the dumpster. There you are. Get your shopping done. Get your shopping done in the dumpster. Prism Bloom for 5 months of Goat versus, as long as you can have your stick. Okay, I can fix Amber Heard. Being a Patreon patron of Goat versus Fish is entitled to a stick. They wanted a sword. We compromised and we gave them a stick. So here's what we're going to do. I can fix Amber Heard. While you're waiting for the store to open, somehow I can fix Amber Heard has found your location. They have been stalking your store through the interwebiverse. They're sitting on a dumpster out here, waiting for the store to open, and they're waving a stick around.
Right in the dumpster.
Prism Bloom with a subscription to Goat vs. Fish. Prism Bloom with a subscription to Goat vs. Fish. Prism Bloom with a subscription to Goat vs. Fish. That's another 3 versus American dollars. That's 56.
Woo!
85. Celebration. So yes, we are here. We are determining now, Prism Bloom. Did we count your fish? Top, middle, bottom fish? So here's what we've learned. Here's what we've learned so far. Where is the video of fish going through the fences? Well, here's the verses. Goat was redeemed. A versus for Goat was redeemed, so we watched a video of Goat. And time permitting, we would watch fish videos as well. But it has been 2 hours of Goat versus Fish. We wish to respect the timing of our guest. Although we might do a bonus. Just stay tuned to Goat versus Fish. We might get a bonus versus. Do you have time to enter the Temple of Goat versus Fish and give a sermon?
Of course I do.
Did you bring the Book of Fish?
Of course I did.
Goat and Fish, after this versus is done, we will radiation out, but then Goat versus Fish is going to go live again.
9 more hours. Oh, I can fix Amber Heard. I don't know. You are the person that I've run into in the alleyway.
Yes.
And until you've gotten out of my alleyway and stopped creeping me out back there, I don't know if I can do 9 whole hours.
9 whole hours. So here's the verses thus far. We have 3 top goat. And what's the fish situation?
Oof. We have 5 top fish and 2 middle fish.
And 1 bottom goat.
Huh.
So fish are taking the middle uncontested. So here's what we have. Fish have taken the middle versus uncontested. Fish have taken the top verses for goat. Fish have taken the top verses. Outnumbering the goat. So we have top fish, and bottom has been taken by goat. So it's quite the reverse. For you said that the bottom was fish and the top was goat, but according to the congregation, and they say the customer is always versus, they say no, the fish is the top and the goat is the bottom, and in the middle we currently have fish, in the middle we currently have fish. But what do you say to this? What do you say to this development? The consumers want SeanKnight.com goat. Are you a top goat, middle goat, bottom goat? V Straight said midfish win. How do you feel about this development? Would you be willing to change the whole ideology of your store so that a fish was top and goat was bottom, as opposed to goat being on top and fish being on bottom?
Yeah, you never know what the day could bring. This is very unexpected for me, But
Showtime.com top goat.
ooh, top goat. We got another top goat.
More top goat competition.
It's very unexpected, but as I said, I do take requests from people. I've got earrings, I've got wallet chains because it's people that asked for them. So if the congregation says it's a top fish kind of store, then we'll work on figuring out how to make it a top fish kind of store.
Goat and fish. Before we do all of the necessary things to end the stream, this is your morning motivational. And as is tradition here on the morning motivational, we give you a motivational speech. However, on this Versus, we have a guest. We have a guest by the name of Reb Powers, who's got an upcoming store called Top Middle Bottom. And we would like you to take a minute or two to give a motivational speech, to be a guest motivator on Goat vs. Fish, to look directly into the verses and give your best top, middle, bottom, Goat vs. Fish style motivational speech on this Tuesday's Verses on the Goat vs. Fish morning motivational live stream. Are you prepared to do this? Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Okay, here it comes, Goat and Fish. Your guest morning motivator, Reb Powers. Celebration.
Okay, here's the situation. Sometimes you're going to have really big ideas and you're going to say, I'm going to have a goat and a fish all together in one place, or I'm going to have a top, a middle, and a bottom all together in one place, and I'm going to make it happen. And then things don't go your way, and you can't let it get you down, because sometimes it's going to take you more than a year to get your goat and fish together and your top and your middle and your bottom together. But if it takes more than a year, you just keep doing it anyway, because you never know. Maybe it'll be done next week. Maybe it'll be done in 6 months, but you'll get it. It'll get done as long as you really want it to get done. If you decide after a while that you don't want it to get done and you'd rather go choose like a fence instead of a goat and a fish, that's okay. It's a little disappointing, but as long as you don't let yourself down, that's all that matters, right? So don't let yourself down when you're trying to decide on what you want to do, goat or fish, or top or middle or bottom, or top goat or bottom fish, or middle fish, or top goat fish friends. Can fish and goat be friends? In top, middle, bottom, they can, in my case. So, really what it comes down to is just keep doing it anyway. Just keep doing it anyway. Just make your choice, but then stick with it. But then if you change your mind, that's okay. You can also change your mind.
It's up to you.
I feel like that's enough. I feel like I've made my point.
Celebration. I feel empowered. You feel Reb's powered.
Ooh, thank you, Wasted Height. Good, ham mods. Good. Only fence is burning. Yeah.
Karmic 289. Celebration Karmic 289 on the YouTube. We were showing. Oh, would you wear that hat just once more for Karmic? Karmic
Oh,
is the
okay.
one
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Karmic
yes.
made the hat.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Choose, but also change your mind. You're right, Karmic, because if you change your mind, it's okay. But look, we would sell these on top for sure. Very soft.
Are you ready to sing along with Goat vs. Fish, a song you already know? You already know this verses. Do you believe you already know this verses?
We'll see.
Goat and Fish, let's sing along. It goes a little verses like this. Goat versus fish. 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 And now let's do a verses. Let's do a verses of top, middle, bottom.
Okay.
Top, middle, bottom. Top, middle, bottom. Top, middle, bottom. top, middle, bottom, 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 top, middle, bottom. One final verses, all together, goat and fish, all together in the congregation. Oh, goat versus fish, goat versus fish, goat versus fish, goat versus fish. Even if your boss doesn't get it, it is still goat versus fish. Goat versus fish, goat versus fish. Celebration, appreciation, Reb Powers for being on Goat vs. Fish.
Appreciation for having me.
And on this verses of Goat versus Fish, who did triumph, the goat or the fish? It was difficult to say on this day, but what we did determine was that in the verses of top, middle, bottom, it was top versus bottom, it was fish versus goat on this verses of Goat versus Fish with Reb Powers. We're looking at you, Eddie Pepitone. We're looking at you, Neil Hamburger. Come on, the Goat vs. Fish Morning Motivational. Come on, the Goat vs. Fish Morning Motivational Celebrational. Now we're going to thank our glorious patrons. We're going to thank our glorious patrons. Goat and Fish. Ooh, maybe we could do a fun little verses like this. Patrons. Say, Reb, would you do us a verses and read off the names of the glorious donors at patreon.com/GoatVsFish. It's a great way to support Goat vs. Fish. 5, 10, or 20 or more versus American dollars a month. Cut out Fence Bezos. Cut out Google. Give Goat vs. Fish your versus American dollar directly to support Goat vs. Fish, having fantastic guests like Reb Powers and the Temple of Goat vs. Fish. Generous donors at patreon.com/GoatVsFish. And if you become a patron of Goat vs. Fish for 5 versus American dollars, however much you become a patron of, we are going to 5 times the verses. We're going to give you 5 times the verses and add that total to the 5-hour Friday verses. So if you pledge 5 versus American dollars a month to the humble congregation at patreon.com/GoatVsFish, we'll add 25 versus American dollars to the 5-hour Friday fund. Or for 20, we'll add 100 versus American dollars. It is up to you how you support Goat vs. Fish. You can also join for free if you just want the notifications. Reb Powers, will you please read the glorious names of the generous donors at Goat vs. Fish after we provide this epic musication?
Yes, we did do morning celebrations, Lysergic Freak Dick. Where were you?
Please read our glorious names of the generous donors.
Okay.
Of patreon.com/GoatVsFish.
Humble Congregation, Ben Bird Person, The Quacksinator, Jimmy Wrench, Mama Joe, Rama Joe, Standard Average, Tugger Rugger, Hogrim, Elder Grown, Uber Kitten, Padistador, Eventually Gold, Prism Bloom, Lord Saturn, Psychic Buckeye 12, Drew, Hi-Fi Protege. The elite humble congregation is Car Mick. Thanks. Nice hat. Prue Lawrence, Atro, Sourdough, Watt 9807, That One Black Guy, and Napoleon Doom. Unification congregation is I Can't Fix, Amber Heard, and Lysergic Fish. Celebration.
That is the congregation of Goat vs. Fish. And SeanKnight.com has gifted a Twitch subscription to none other than Jeff Bezos of Amazon. Welcome, Jeff. Welcome, Jeff, to the congregation of Goat vs. Fish.
Yay.
I Can Fix Amber Heard believes you said I can't fix Amber Heard. They're trying to correct you now.
Oh. I can fix Amber Heard. I have Invisalign in, and it kind of gives me a lisp, but I did say it. It just sounded funny. They make me have bad enunciation sometimes. I'm sorry. I can fix.
That's $3 versus American dollars. That's more versus American dollars from SeanKnight.com towards the 5-hour Friday celebration. 59, 59, 85, 59, 85, 59, 85 towards the 500 versus American dollar goal. Reb Powers, this has been your morning motivational. Do you have any final verses for the congregation?
Make a choice, and if you change your mind, you can do it.
The Patreon link to Goat vs. Fish has been posted in both the YouTube and the Twitch. And of course, if you !guest, you can follow Reb Powers on the Instagram.
I will see you at the dumpster.
And if you follow Goat vs. Fish on, please there also follow Goat vs. Fish. And of course, you can !TMB, TMB. And you can follow Top, Middle, Bottom to support small local businesses somewhere out there.
It's local.
What would you say to some critical fence sitter who just didn't believe in you at all and just thought that this whole versus of a top, middle, bottom store was something that was just never going to get done, and it's all just sort of some kind of absurdist comedy front, and that actually it's just a big deception that you're spreading upon everyone, and that there's no real location, and that there's no real store? What would you say to someone with such a referentialist criticism?
I was in the store. I showed you the store. Just wait. It takes time. These things take time, especially when stuff happens. Sometimes stuff happens. Stuff happens all the time. So, just wait.
Who did triumph? Actually, says Bud Morgan, G5P. We're not sure. We're not sure who triumphed this versus, but we do know that we have determined that, at least for this versus of Goat versus Fish, that in the verses of top versus bottom, the top is the fish and the bottom is goat. You could say that the fish triumphed because they seized the middle ground where there were no goat. But then again, Goat did redeem a versus for 10,000 channel points earlier. So there's really an argument to be made for Goat and for Fish. We're just going to have to tune in to the next verses of Goat versus Fish. To the next verses of Goat versus Fish to see who did triumph, the Goat or the Fish. Did I miss the unboxing? You did not miss the unboxing. Goat versus Fish has to pick up your glorious care package, and Goat vs. Fish will attempt to pick that up later today, and so we'll unbox it on tomorrow's morning motivational appreciation. Yes, we will open the package. So this has been a versus. This has been a versus of Goat vs. Fish, and this has been Reb Powers. Stay tuned, Goat and Fish. We're going to take a brief intermission, and then we will return with a brief, maybe 20 to 30-minute temple stream of Goat vs. Fish, where Reb Powers is going to read us some very inspirational verses in the Temple of Goat vs. Fish. Yes?
I do have something to read, and I hope that it touches you deeply.
We hope so, too. We hope so, too! Goat versus Fish! Goat versus Fish! Okay, YouTube. We'll see you next versus. Bye, YouTube.
Bye.
If you're still watching on YouTube and you haven't subscribed to Goat vs. Fish, please do. Oh, that reminds Goat vs. Fish. In the YouTube poll, 44% said top goat and 44% said top fish and 12% said bottom goat.
Wow.
Very interesting verses. Very interesting verses. Let's have a look at that for you YouTubers for posteriority. For posteriority, there's the poll. Top, middle, bottom. Top, middle, bottom. There it is. On YouTube. 44% goat, 44% fish for top, but goat claimed the bottom. Big verses. Big verses.
A tie, but goat always gets bottom. Both versions, goat is bottom. Unexpected.